Confessions Podcast, and today we will be interviewing Abigail Williams, recently accused of witchcraft in the little town of Salem. Hi, I will be interviewing you on this lovely day.
Hello, good day to you.
So we're going to be interviewing on the events that took place during the Night of the Forest, where you and Betty were discovered before she took ill.
Betty did not become ill, it was just pretense.
Are you sure it wasn't the witchery of your spell upon her?
Why, I would never, I am not no witch.
Okay then, give the audience what they want. Reveal what really happened that night, truthfully.
So, the day before the incident, I told the girls around Salem that if they wanted all the boys they longed for, they will follow me tomorrow night in the woods.
And they just agreed with you?
Of course, I'm the oldest, they always follow what I say.
Okay, noted.
First, I asked Chuba, my uncle's servant, what we will need to conjure the spell.
Hold on, I've heard of this Tuba. Can you give me more details about her before continuing?
She were a slave down in Barbados, with voodoo and such. That's why we came to her to help make a spell.
Makes sense. She was one of the accused, wasn't she?
Yes, she admitted she was working for the devil. If I would have known, I would have never asked her for help.
Thank you for giving the listeners some background on her. Continue with the rest of your story.
Okay, next, Chuba told us to bring something to sacrifice in the pot that would be brewing above the fire. I told the girls, and they gladly complied. One person even brought a lizard. On the night of the dancing in the forest, everyone followed me out around a little shy of midnight. They all had their offerings in hand. We met Chuba in the woods. She already had a pot with a roaring fire under it. She greeted us and told us to come sit down. We all sat down, and she instructed us to throw in the sacrifice. She started stirring all the sacrifices together and then told us to drink. They hesitated at first because there were mostly things like stuffed animals in there, and who would want to drink that?
Sorry to stop you again, but did you put in an offering?
Well, of course not. I was just there for the fun and dancing. I did drink the stew, but only to encourage the other girls.
So you're saying even though you asked Tuba to make the spell, and you told the girls about it, it wasn't benefiting yourself?
Well, it gave me joy to all the girls to see them so happy and to think their wishes would come true.
Oh, okay, because I've heard that you drank blood in order to have a spell kill Mrs. Proctor.
Such an accusation. Why on earth would I ever do that?
Honey, this story has been out for a while. We know John Proctor cast away his good name by calling you a whore, saying he laid with you.
I will speak nothing on this. No comment.
Listen, Abby. Can I call you Abby? Mm-hmm. Well, you know this interview was a part of your plea deal. If you don't comply, you will be hanged.
There's no drop of witchcraft on me.
Oh, but why would so many helpless girls follow you and accuse so many innocent people of a heinous crime unless they were following a witch?
I am not a witch. They're just dim-witted girls.
Say whatever you want. You are marked as a witch. Only confession will set you free. Answer the question about the cursing of Mrs. Proctor. Did you or did you not make a death wish upon her so you could later, as some say, quote, dance on Mrs. Proctor's grave with John, unquote?
I will not confess nothing because there is nothing to confess.
Okay, well, then I'm going to have to call security and remove you from the building, and you will go back to your cell and await hanging. Guards!
Let them come! No, please stop. Don't make me go back. I want to live. I'm too young to die.
Then answer the goddamn question.
Okay, it's true. All of it.
What's all true? Reiterate for the audience.
The conjuring up spirits by drinking the pot of stew Chuba made, us dancing the voodoo Barbados songs, and me cutting the belly of a chicken and licking its blood. I did it because Chuba said only blood sacrifices could make death wishes when I asked her. I wanted John for myself, not to be dead.
So what you're saying is you asked for Tutuba's help to make a death wish upon Elizabeth Proctor?
Yes, except Chuba didn't expect me to do the death wish in the forest.
So you decided to do this on your own? No one helping you then?
Yes. Do I have to spell it out for you?
No, sorry. I just had to make sure.
So, are we done here?
No, I want to ask you something else.
What is it? I've confessed already.
So my colleagues in the sound room have been taking questions from our listeners since the interview has begun. The top question is how they found you in the next town over.
Okay, as many know, because of press, I stole money from my uncle, the priest, and then set off towards the sea.
How far did you make it?
Not far, just a little out of Peabody. The dogs were after me. I knew I had the crime of stealing from my uncle, but that's all I thought. I guess when I left all those girls, they wanted someone to blame for not having their own brain. They accused me of a witch. They said I put a spell on them to make them accuse those other people that I worked with the devil.
You didn't expect this? You taught them well, did you not, in the art of lying?
Yes, but I never thought of them to turn on me.
Well, they did, and you still have to confess to witchcraft itself, because all I'm hearing is that the children are lying and you're not a witch.
Sure, whatever. I'm a witch.
And what did you do to those girls?
I put a spell on them to make them accuse others of crimes even when I knew it would result in death for them.
Doesn't sound convincing, but the courts will take it. You will be on a mandated house confinement until death. You will not have outside interactions except for the security guard in your house. Okay, we're going to wrap this up, but did you get what you wanted in the end?
Of course not. Have you not been listening? All I wanted was to be with John. I couldn't stand it any longer to be in that town where it reminded me of him and his death.
Okay, well, that's all we have time for now. Thanks for coming out and confessing on Confession Podcast.
No, thank you.
Okay, that's all we have time for today, folks. Now, the lesson of today is, don't cry witchery, otherwise sooner or later it will come back to bite you.